North Korea, a communist-bound country. But how did the communist reign begin? To find out, we must go back to 1948, the end of World War II. Throughout this time, the United States and Soviet Union were fighting a proxy war, including Afghanistan-Soviet War, Vietnam War, and of course the Korean War. However, the US and Soviet Union never fought straight on. Why? Joseph Stalin was smart enough to realize that it could lead to a nuclear war. The result was that the Soviet Union got North Korea and USA controlled South Korea. North Korea became a totalitarian dictatorship and South Korea later became a democratic republic. It was then agreed that the two countries would be split by the 38th parallel. However, the two countries did not agree on the 38th parallel. Here's the video of the changes in boundaries over the years. The Soviet Union and North Korea are red, and the blue is US and South Korea. As a result, the DMZ was formed, or Demilitarized Zone. However, the Demilitarized Zone is the most heavily guarded areas in all of the country. Each of the officers are on watch 24/7 and with snipers up in the building behind them. No North Korean can go south and no South Korean can go north. Anyone who defects from North Korea will be shot immediately. Only authorized people can meet or pass through the tunnels. The real question, however, is how Kim Jong-un keeps everyone under a spell of totalitarianism, hiding from the rest of the world. One way Kim Jong-un reminds his people of his control is by the Juche Tower. This tower reminds the people of the self-reliance, or depending on oneself. Another way he keeps the people under his control is by making them believe he is like a god. Everything in life that is good is because of him, and anything bad is because of the Americans. Lastly, North Korea's leaders gain power by common propaganda against democratic countries, especially America. At a young age, kids in North Korea are exposed to different cartoons showing how America and its democracy is bad and needs to end. In school, children are also taught that Americans need to be abolished. Each school has a picture of the great leaders and teaches the children they are like gods. In this picture, Kim Jong-un is surrounded by school children crying and trying to be next to the ruler. This is an example of their complete loyalty to him. However, not all the citizens fall under the trap of Kim Jong-un. Many pretend they are loyal to stay alive. If caught, the person is sent to a concentration camp in North Korea. Camps are terrible places where people are put for crimes, just like Hitler did in the time of the Jews. In camps, prisoners are forced to work until 4:30 in the morning until dark. There are 5 main camps in North Korea: Susong, Hwaesong, Kaichun, Yodok, and Buchangri. Each are home to thousands of political offenders and their families. Some forms of torture are staying in one position for hours on end. And sometimes, when pregnant women are in the camps, their babies are killed. Total, there are over 100,000 prisoners kept in the camps, and most of them are causes of guilt by association. This was a belief by Kim Jong-il that 3 generations of a family related to one person who disobeyed the government would be sent away to camps with the offender. Kim Jong-un continues this practice because it provides fear and discipline to the government. The most common is when a person defects out of the North Korea, leaving their family to die in the camps. Conditions in the camp are not much better. Only getting 2 meals per day of corn, many die of malnutrition. Meat in their diet consists of rats, snakes, or frogs the prisoners find. Inmates sleep in bunk houses with about 100 people in each room, spreading disease easily. However, some prisoners will not even be allowed to sleep for torture. But Kim Jong-un has tried to positively promote his country by making former NBA star Dennis Rodman his friend. Rodman visited last year to North Korea, believing he could help warm relations between U.S. and North Korea. His visit was controversial, however, because he said Kim Jong-un was a great person, even though he violates many of human rights laws. Observers believe that Kim Jong-un only let him into the country to make it seem like it was a peaceful country and to help his image. According to the Associated Press, Rodman said he was aware of North Korea's human rights record, which the State Department has characterized as one of the worst in the world, but he said he wasn't apologizing for Kim. Rodman later took back his statements about North Korea. Korea remains isolated from the world and a threat to world security.